Hello everyone, welcome to Tiz Natural Soaps. Today is July 27th, 2021. Today I will be making 2 batches of soap. One will be my black soap, and then I'm making another soap. It's going to be black soap, but I'm going to put some organic turmeric in it and some Fuller's Earth. So when you're mixing your lye, you always make sure that you mix the lye to the water. You never pour the water into your lye beads. That can cause an explosion and some skin damage and anything else, whatever you're working with. It can eat up your countertops or whatever. So I am outside. I was going to make soap earlier today, but it was too hot. Now it's starting to cool off. As always, safety first. So I have my gloves on. You also wear your safety goggles, and you make sure that you have on shoes that cover up your entire feet, not like me with flip-flops on. So that's one rule that I'm breaking. So I'm going to mix this soap, the lye, into the water. So I'm mixing the lye into the water, and I like to do a little bit at a time. And you'll see the fume that it'll give off. Oops, there's a chunk there. And this is distilled water. I always use distilled water and not regular tap water. Sometimes, your tap water have impurities in it, and I don't want to discolor my soap or put something in it. So I'm mixing it up, and you can see it. After a while, it will be putting off steam. So I'm going to stir this until it dissolves. I don't know if you can see the steam or not, but and you can also wear a face mask as well, because it does put off some fumes. So make sure you always mix this outside or in a well ventilated room. If I do this in the winter time, I will open up my windows and do it inside the kitchen sink if it's too cold out. But most of the time, 98% of the time, I am mixing this on the outside of my home. So here's the lye water. I'm going to let this dissolve. And once this is completely dissolved, I will add it to my oils. I am not melting my oils this time. I'm going to add this to my cold oils and let the heat of the lye melt my oils and my butter. So there you go. Once I take this inside, I do rinse the cup and the spoon with vinegar. It does stop the action of the lye. So, and also make sure I keep vinegar open just in case there's any spillage. So the whole time I'm working with the soap, I do leave my gloves on. So I'm going to let this cool off a little bit, and then I will take it inside to mix. Okay, I'm going to pour my lye water into my soap base, and I'm putting a mesh on the top of this just in case I have some pieces of lye that did not dissolve. The mesh will catch it, and it won't go inside of my soap. I'm going to move this over to the side. So I'm going to mix this up until everything is dissolved. I usually mix my oils completely, but I'm trying to do the fast method, heat melt method. So here's the gist. Once I mix everything up in here, then I'll show you what my additives look like once I add it into the base. So let me hurry up and get this worked up, and I'll get back to you. Okay, here's my soap base. So everything is almost melted. I got a few pieces here that's floating on top. This is the shea butter that's melted, sitting on top. And I think some coconut oil. So I'm going to stir this. Since it's almost melted, I have a few pieces here. I can go ahead and stick blend. These 3 pieces won't hurt anything. Once I stick blend it, it'll melt down. So again, in this batch, I'm making 2 batches of soap. My black soap, which I do put sea clay in my black soap. And I also put in a little bit of bentonite clay. If I can get this thing open. Hold on. So I opened up all my ingredients, my dry ingredients I'm going to be putting in here. So I'm pouring in my activated charcoal. And this one soap will make 2 different batches. Oh, my finger in the way. Trying to hold this camera. I don't know why I didn't put it on the pod. But this is my soap. My black soap. You can see. Let me show you what it looks like. And since this base is warm, I have to work quick because it will thicken up on you. And I don't want to be gloppy when I pour it. Okay, I got my black soap all mixed up, so I'm going to pour it in the mold. Nothing fancy. And I do not scent this. Some people scent their black soap. I don't like to scent it since you put it on your face. Sometimes it just irritates. So I have that all poured in the mold. And the rest of the soap base I have, I'm going to add this up. I'm going to add my turmeric. This is organic turmeric that I get from the herb shop around the corner. And I'm going to add some Fuller's Earth. Turmeric is good for sensitive skin, acne outbreaks, helps smooth out your skin. And the Fuller's Earth, if you have problems with pigmentation, different colors, or blotches, the Fuller's Earth will help even out that skin tone. No, it's not a bleaching agent, so don't expect to buy this soap and you're going to be light skinned. Sorry. If that's the case, I would be. But other than that, it targets just your black spots only to give you a nice even tone. And as always with any product, even though this has all natural ingredients, always make sure you do a patch test And that's on the fold of your elbow to make sure you don't have any allergic reactions. And if you don't have problems with being allergic to anything, you know, you might can go ahead and do it. But I do encourage everybody to do a patch test. So I have my turmeric in here. So I'm going to stir this. Give it a quick stick blend to make sure everything is incorporated. Boop, boop, boop. I have a splash here. Okay. And even though this is actually soap right now, once you mix everything, once you mix your lye into your oils and your butters, add any ingredients and fragrance that you like to add, you have soap. However, make sure you keep on your rubber gloves because the lye is highly active and it will burn their skin. So even when you clean up, make sure when you're cleaning up, you keep those gloves on. So I'm going to pour this. Once I pour this, I will let it go through its soap phases. Gel phase, your soap phase. And I usually, in the wintertime, when the temperature is different, I usually put like 2 towels over top of this, 2 or 3 towels to help the phases. But since it's warm outside, temperature, you don't have to do that. I'll probably just put one little, I have an old pillowcase that I like to use, put over top of this, and then let it sit for 24 hours, 18 to 24 hours. Depends on how your soap sets up. And then you can unmold it and you can slice it. If it's tacky, you can wait before you slice it. And you cannot use this soap right away. This is not melt and pour. So you have to wait 3 to 4 weeks to make sure all the lye is gone, dissipates from the soap before you use it. Yeah, I know my videos are all over the place, but I am a newbie, so bear with me. And all my chitter chatter that goes on. So I'm going to cover this, clean up my mess before somebody get home, because I'm sure he's going to look around and say, oh, she's cooking soap, but she's not cooking dinner. Not cooking dinner anyway, because I'm a little mad at him. So here you go. So I'm going to let this sit. Tap this down, get all the air pockets out. Oops. Okay, I think I have a chapstick. I'm trying to get a chapstick out here so I can line the soap up, smooth it out. There you go. So I'm gonna cover this, and I do put handy, sometimes the soap get that soda ash on top, so I take handy wrap to keep the moisture in, put it on the top of my soap. Then you don't have to worry about wiping all that ash off, which I don't do anyway because it's all natural. Leave it natural. Yep. And so here you go. You see it, my soaps. See if I can do a little design on the top. Nothing fancy, just a little figure 8. And there you go. You put your plastic on top and be done. I will do part 2 of this video and show you what the soap looks like once I cut it. Thanks for watching. As always, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Toodles.